Hey everyone, this is Drew Masnick with a color grading tutorial here. Here we got some footage from an HVX200 camera from a little upcoming short Lightsaber video. Should be coming out next year called the Fallen Wayfarer. We got here Jeff on the left and Vlad on the right. And Jeff's going to break a log on Vlad's back from the behind the scenes because we can't use footage from the actual movie due to Lightsaber choreography contest restrictions. So we're stuck with this behind the scenes footage. So let's play this and see what happens. Alright, looks okay, but we want to make this sequence look a little more dreamlike. So, I mean, the stuff out of the camera looks okay, but it can look a lot better. Now, let's get into our project settings here. I'm going to go to File, Project Settings. Make sure you blend colors using 1.0 gamma because it makes it, whenever you add or multiply colors, it works like a compositing machine, like an actual film compositing, and it takes away some of the digital nastiness. Don't know how else to describe it. Also, we're going to set the depth from 8 to 32. Let me show you why here. If we go, if we're just going to adjust this stuff, let's go to Effects, Color Correction, and let's say Brightness and Contrast. We create an adjustment layer. We got to do that. New adjustment layer. Okay, let's create an adjustment layer. Cut this. X. So we got brightness and contrast. Let's double the brightness, 100, so it's literally washed out. Let's duplicate this layer here, and let's set the brightness to negative 100. So it should neutralize itself out, right? Uh-oh, look at this. Here's what we did. Or if we do it in the opposite order, watch how it changes. Now we killed the dark detail. The other one we killed the light detail. Well, the problem with 8-bit is this. We have detail here. It goes from like 0 to 255. Once we apply the first brightness layer, let me unsolo this, it increases everything. So all this stuff that's 255, all that detail is gone. It is out of here. So even when I try to bring it down, the detail is still gone. It has not been recovered. Now, when we switch to linear color, 32-bit float, all of a sudden, the detail's back. So, turn this on, turn this off, the detail is still there. That's why we're using 32-bit. That's the version we're not using these adjustment layers yet. Okay, first thing that we are going to do is we're going to duplicate this layer. Control D or okay. Going to set the add mode to add. So we brighten the color, brighten the layer up quite a bit. Okay. Now let's add a blur. So we're going to Effect, Blur and Sharpen. We're going to fast blur this thing. Repeated pixels. I like 125. This is 1920 by 1080 or so footage. So this looks like a good blur. Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah, I guess this looks good. Another thing we can do, just in case it looks, if it looks, let's say this was too bright. There's some images where there's too much glow and you don't like it. So how do you sort of dial it down without eliminating it? Well, what we do here is we go to, we will create Effect, color correction, and we're going to go to levels. Put levels before the blur. And if you want, let's say just the brightest areas to glow, we can just take the arrow here, and what's happening? Well, the problem is this: since we're in 32-bit color, and we pull this thing up, we're adding all sorts of like negative color values. Look at this on the upper right hand screen, we're getting like negative 0.5. Oh, this is nasty. Well, the problem is we didn't flip to black and white. We didn't limit what this histogram can do. So now we're still adding. We're still using the add operation, but we're not adding negative values. So we still have a nice glow here. But I like to keep we can just dial this thing up and down the page. So I want to get some of the trees in here. In fact, we can just turn the bottom layer off here so we can see what we're glowing. I want to get some glow in the trees. Actually, I think this is good. Don't really need to adjust it. Some shots you do, some shots you don't. So we'll take this, we'll duplicate it again, and this time let's take the blurriness way up to like 250. So now this is a little too glowy for my tastes. Let's bring it down a bit. So let's go to New adjustment layer. Call this color correct. It's our main color correct layer. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this glow down a bit. So what effect am I looking for? I'm looking for curves. Color correction. So we got the curves here, RGB curves. Let's bring this down a bit. Bring the highlights back. We can do our highlights here. So this looks all mostly good. We have a little too much saturation which we have to get rid of, but I kind of like the glow. So that's the original. Yeah, we have a nice glow here. So let's start fixing some of these other problems. Let's go to effect, color correction. We're going to go to desaturation. I like the curves. I don't know why. It's just a habit. So let's take the reds here. And let's pull the saturation down a bit. We don't want them to look black and white, but it's about what they were. Okay, so it's about the right color. Another thing I like to do is let's. This is supposed to be a dreamlike sequence, right? So we've got the trees here. They're a realistic color, but let's make it look kind of poisonous. Let's take the greens. It's not really. This isn't really working. Notice how I'm down greens to make it super saturated and not saturated, and it's not doing anything. Well, the problem is the green here, as you can see, isn't really green. It's more like kind of yellowy green. So we're affecting the greens. Let's pull this out a bit. So we start. Oh, look at this! Look at this! I pulled it out of it. I realized. You don't want to get any of those. There we go. That looks about right. So it looks like we have all the greens we need. So let's bring the green saturation back up to its original level. Take the hue and pull it. Maybe 20. So now that we've bluified this up, change the color, add a little saturation. I'm going to look at electric. So here we go. The original. To our next setting. One more thing we can do is we can add a vignette. It's not a big problem in this image, but sometimes you'll run into the issue where you have like a couple small characters on screen and some other things in the background are competing for the viewer's attention, and you want to focus the attention on the action. So let's do that. Let's create a new adjustment layer, and let's call it vignette. I just had to capitalize it. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of particular for that kind of detail. Alright, let's go to color correction and my favorite color corrector of all, curves. I do like curves. So, I forgot. We need to create a mask before we do any of this. So let's do that. Let's create a mask. Go to the area we want to see. Yeah, that's right. We want to focus our attention on this area. So, got mask subtract. So we're just focusing on the area outside the mask now. And let's darken this. Okay. Maybe that. So, alright, darken the area. But, oh, look at this. Now you got this green here. Now let's fix that. Okay, let's fix that thing. Okay, here's what we gotta do. Open this mask and feather it up. Good number of pixels. Don't be shy. Be really heavy on the mask. 570. Yeah, this is 1920 by 1080, so yeah, it's 570 pixels. It's a good amount. Notice that here's the difference with the vignette, and here's the difference from the beginning. So there you go. Happy color grading to you. This is Drew Masnick signing.